Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I'm your host, your YouTube Messiah, and often imitate, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious, and going over the Clash of Champions. Was once again, it was in the ThunderDome. So yeah. Still has not gotten old yet. No. But either way, Clash of Champions was in the ThunderDome, and I gotta tell you, this is a pretty damn decent show. Now, before we get into the show, big thing that did break earlier in the day before the show, Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax were pulled from the show. According to the dirt sheets, and we all know on how I love the rumor mills, because yeah, you take rumors with a grain of salt. Apparently, they came into contact with somebody who had COVID, so they're self-quarantining. If that is honestly the case, that's the smart thing on their part to do for safety reasons. You know, I don't blame them. You know. I mean, fuck, I feel like I need to do that anytime I ever have to go to the store to get a fucking thing of milk. But, either way. Let's start the show. Pre-show match, Lucha House Party going against Cesaro and Nakamura for the coveted SmackDown Tag Team titles. And this had a pretty damn good start with it, you know, with Lucha House Party leading out. It was Kalisto and Lince Dorado that were working in the ring for House Party. You know, it was a damn decent match. It was a good match, nice pace. Did not normally. Trying to think the right way to say this. It did not have a pre-match. It did not pre-match or pre-show feel. Damn it! Not even through the first match and I botched. Yeah, that's one. That's a mulligan. Fuck you, Wade. So yeah, this did not have a pre-show kind of feel to it. This was actually a decent enough match. Dorado was the punching bag. Kalisto got the hot tag in. Nice, decent amount of work. Surprisingly, they did not show like a lot of animosity going on between Dorado and Kalisto, even though that's like kind of the underlying story that's going on with all of this. Now, on how the match came to an end, Cesaro wound up starting to do the swing, and Nakamura, boom, swinging King Sasha right to Kalisto. 1, 2, 3, your winners, and still SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. And on an unrelated note, something that I was thinking while watching the match, even though I can't say I would be for or against it, but god damn, I can't help but think how easily Cesaro would fit in with Imperium in NXT UK. Just try and prove me wrong on that one. Anyways, now that we're done that, let's get on to the main show. Starting the show off with triple threat ladder match, Uncle Al and AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, and of course Jeff Hardy. Now, this was a damn good solid starter for a show. You know, everyone got a chance to do their crazy ass spots. Damn good. You know, there was obviously, you know, triple threat and ladders. You're going to have a clusterfuck at points. But everyone had crazy spots. At one point, Jeff did a swanton off the ladder, shades of WrestleMania. You know, and at one point also, Sami Zayn was literally lifting the ladder up like this, so that way Jeff couldn't reach the title, or the titles, plural, and then Jeff was actually crawling over it like a fucking cockroach or a spider or something, And then the ladder rolled over him like that. Like, oh, fuck! Just, yeah. Not, hands down, the coolest part of the match, though, had to be, one, Sami Zayn being the big opportunist, you know, trying to climb the ladder at more than anyone else during the match. And two, what led to the ending of when everyone was down and Sami Zayn is like, huh? He looks around, next thing he goes over to the jacket he wore down to the ring, reaches in there, grabs a set of handcuffs, goes over to Jeff, who's all the way by the entrance ramp, handcuffs Jeff, handcuffs a ladder, and then takes that set of handcuffs and then handcuffs it to the plug in Jeff's ear, which just like, oh fuck, that is nasty, and fucking brilliant. You know, now even though granted, yeah, it was a short little ladder, like maybe like a little 3-footer ladder, but still, that's like, damn. So he's gonna have to be stuck hauling that thing and be like carrying it, otherwise that thing's gonna drop down and rip his ear open. And then when he goes to handcuff AJ Styles, AJ starts to fight him back, and then boom, he handcuffs himself to AJ. He's like, you're stuck with me now. And then he just starts beating up on Sami, and as AJ's climbing, he's like, he handcuffed his left hand to Sami's right, so that, and just to throw him off. Beautiful planning. You know, probably one of the best endings to a ladder match I think I've ever seen. You know? And it was, and then as Jeff, he's carrying that short little ladder to come in and kicking and fighting using his feet, Sami reaches into his pants pocket, he has the handcuff keys, uncuffs himself, and then handcuffs AJ to the ladder so that way he can't get up it. And then he goes up, boom, plucks it out, and your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. And I just want everyone to remember when that dirt sheet jerk off Dave Meltzer was saying, oh, people that were choosing to take time off during the pandemic were going to be punished. Yeah, Sami must have really been punished by being given the Intercontinental title, huh? That's such a burden and a punishment on. Oh my God, I can't imagine that kind of a punishment. Anyways, next matchup we got Zelina Vega going against Asuka, and this was damn good because, my God, I forgot on how fucking good Zelina Vega was working in the ring. And for those who have not seen Zelina Vega's in-ring work, look for independent stuff. Thea Trinidad, oh my God. I honestly forgot, and I'm not saying that as a knock. It's more so as a compliment because she did such amazing work as a manager. It would completely skip my mind that, holy shit, she can work in the ring too. But she did phenomenal. Zelina shined like a fucking diamond. You know, I mean, there was great work by her. I loved on how she was focusing on Asuka's arm throughout the entire match, trying to wear her down, break her down, so that way she couldn't pop into submission. But eventually, Asuka does. She gets the Asuka lock in, and then Zelina taps out. They do a rematch the following night on Raw. Same results. So, yeah. Next matchup, we got Apollo Crews going against Bobby Lashley for Bobby's U.S. title. This had a nice pace and flow to it. I dug it, you know, very much so, just like on how the matches have been going with them. You know, Lashley, he was leading the pace, which, again, speaking from personal experience, I always felt that the heel should dictate the pace, you know? More so because have the hero, you're either going to have the hero beat up the bad guys so that way the hero can come back and get the decisive victory, or you're going to have the hero beat the shit out of the villain to show that they are that they are truly right, that things are truly great and righteous in the world and all that jazz. But Lashley, he was leading the pace. It was really a lot of a power versus power, but I dug the match. It was decent. Lashley got the win doing the full Nelson. They did a 6-man the next night on Raw. MVP, Lashley, and Shelton going against Ricochet, Apollo, and Mustafa Ali. Ali wound up scoring the winning pinfall on MVP, doing a 450. Now, so hopefully they could just start the transition away from Apollo and Ricochet and start moving towards Mustafa Ali or some other guys and all that jazz. Just saying. Next up we got Andrade and Angel Garza going against Street Profits. I will give a spoiler. Garza did get hurt during this match. I'll try and bring some of that up, but I don't typically like to talk about injuries too much. But, really dug the teamwork by Garza and Andrade. They were really syncing together, in Flint. Which cracked me up because on Raw, after Zelina lost to Asuka in her rematch, Andrade was out there cutting a promo saying, "You're nothing without me," which kind of made me chuckle because when you go back and think about it, Andrade was nothing really until Zelina came along, because Andrade was being that flamboyant party boy, party guy, kind of being a jobber, and then Zelina came along, and then Andrade wound up beating Drew McIntyre, became NXT champ and all that jazz. But, yeah, and now that Andrade is on top and he doesn't have Zelina, now he's saying that to her. I just kind of felt. So, yeah. But decent teamwork, but really loved the teamwork by Andrade and Garza. Ford, he was the punching bag. Dawkins got the hot tag in. Now, the ending came to an end in a very screwy way, but again, that's because Garza got injured and he got hurt when the match came to an end with Dawkins doing that spine buster of his and on to Andrade 1, 2, 3. So now with Garza out of the picture, hopefully this gives Andrade a chance to shine, maybe give him a chance to work more solo. Hopefully it's not against Rey or Humberto, and more so trying to be a title chaser. Anyways, next up we got Bayley coming out talking about gloating on how Nikki Cross wasn't medically cleared, she can't be here tonight, and her ex-buddy Sasha is still sitting at home nursing a broken neck and all that, or not a broken neck, but a hurt neck and all that. And then wound up saying, you know what? I'm out here. I have new gear specifically made for tonight, but since I don't have a match and nobody's here to give me a challenge, ref, why don't you just ring the bell and declare me the winner? Come on, let's go. And then just as they rang the bell, out comes my future third ex-wife, Asuka. Oh, Asuka came out, which started making me get heart palpitations again. Getting 2 doses of Asuka in one night. Whew! And Asuka went to work really quick, really fast. Also really dug the on how Bayley, she was working on Asuka's arm, just like Zelina was, you know. That continuity. Small little bits of continuity really help. It's like I said before, all the small little things build to the big picture. You know, now, the match came to an end, and on how the match came to an end, I cannot complain about, because it was Bayley, she was working on the shoulder, but Asuka's getting a second win. Asuka was looking like she was on the verge of winning and getting on the cusp of winning, if you will, and then Bayley just said, screw it, grabbed the chair, and then wham, cracked it across Asuka. Because if I'm a champ and I want to keep my title, you know what, god damn it, I'm going to do whatever I have to. And if that means I have to punch somebody in the balls, if I have to use an illegal weapon, or if I have to go and do something that's against the rules to ensure I walk out of that match with my championship, motherfucker, you better believe I'm gonna. So yeah, after that rang, then out comes Sasha Banks wearing Sasha's outfit. Whew, good God almighty, she looked like a Leah. She looked like a Leah there for a second there. You know, Sasha came out, cracked the chair over Bayley a couple of times, and then after that, Bayley ran off. So we're going to be getting Sasha versus Bayley, most likely at Hell in a Cell. Yeah. Excuse me. So next up, we got Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre in an ambulance match, and this was actually fairly decent. I dug the shit out of it because of the storytelling in it. You know, Drew really hot right at the start, and then just as Randy, it looks like Randy, and this is going to be a continuing pattern throughout the entire match. Randy starts building momentum, he's building traction. Next thing you know, just as it looks like he's about to go and line up Drew for a finish, whoa! Something big grabbed him. Well, he turns around. He sees the Big Show on the outside holding his leg. Big Show pulls him out, grabs him, choke slams him onto a table, and then they proceed to brawl into the back. As they start to brawl in the back, and then Randy picks up some more momentum. Next thing you know, Christian appears and beats the crap out of him and stuffs his face in catering. Randy's face in catering, not himself. You know. God damn. And then, yeah. Then they proceed to brawl back out front where they're at the ambulance now. And they actually, at one point, Randy winds up slamming Drew into the windshield of the ambulance, which, whoa, fuck, that had to hurt. Because that was not sugar glass, and that was straight up serious tempered glass, and damn, that had to hurt like hell. But yeah, then they proceeded to start the brawl on the top of the ambulance, and then Randy throws Drew off, and then as he turns around, boom, gets popped in the face with a super kick by Shawn Michaels, and then Shawn, while Randy's like, Shawn's just like, boop, pokes him, then Randy falls down, suck it, and then he leaves. Then we come to the final climax of the fight. It starts to come to an end where they're brawling, they're right by the ambulance. Randy's got one door closed, he's about to close the other. Drew pulls his hands out to open it up. They start fighting and then next thing you know, Drew, boom, pops a claymore on him, gets him into the ambulance, closes both doors, boom, boom, boom. Slams on it to signal to take him away. Camera pans to the front. Who's driving the ambulance but, woo, Nature Boy Ric Flair. If I had to complain on this match, honestly, the only thing I would complain about is we didn't get a chance to have Edge come out and get some type of payback on Randy. But, you know, benefit of hindsight, also thinking that could be a good thing, because once Edge comes back, then maybe we could get something again with him and Randy. But either way, now we come to main event of the night. Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns Universal title match. Have to get this disclosure out the way. I fucking died watching this match. Not more so because of the match itself, but because the reaction on Twitter, seeing Roman come out without a shirt. If you listened closely during that match, you could hear the sound of a million fangirls' ovaries all exploding at once, seeing Roman Reigns without a shirt. Okay, I am not complaining in any way, shape, or form because I am a fucking hound dog. I got no shame in my game. I will admit that. I'm like fucking Master Roshi from Dragon Ball, man. But, yeah, and these girls, they were just as bad with Roman. Like, oh my God, oh yes, oh God, I'm not worthy, thank you. All that kind of jazz. And I was fucking like, damn, girl. Okay, damn. Yeah, safe to say Roman is very popular among the female fan base in wrestling. Moving forward, now as far as the match goes, Roman just straight up powered Jey throughout the whole thing, you know. It was just like he was saying, just like when we were kids, I'm gonna whoop your ass, same thing. He whooped his ass. Jey put up a good fight, but oh my God, it was just basically a one-sided ass whooping, you know? And then Jimmy comes out while Roman's beating the shit out of him, like, come on, say it! I'm your tribal chief! I'm your tribal chief! And Jimmy's looking at him like, oh, so you want me to throw? I'll do it, man! I'll put it in the towel! Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, I'm good, I can do it. And then and then eventually Jimmy does throw in the towel for him because Jey Uso got put on the ass end of an ass kicking. And I say that term a lot on this show, but that was straight up being put on the ass end of an ass kicking. Personal prediction, we're probably going to get Jimmy versus Roman at Hell in a Cell. That I think would probably be that would be a good thing because then that gives a chance to let both characters get a chance to show more of a violent, brutal side. So, yeah. Either way, folks, that is it for this week's show. So, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Look for me on the Twitter at Tim Vicious. Also on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. If you're gonna look for me on my Facebook gimmick, let me know you found me on that from here, or on my Twitter at Tim Vicious. I don't think I got Creed John going. Also, thank you to my executive producer Ali Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check his stuff out. It's out there on iTunes, Spotify. You know, iTunes, Spotify, fucking YouTube, SoundCloud, all that jazz. Details are down below. Also, you want one of these sweet Ollie Ray Ben shirts, hit me up and I talk to the man for you. Show him some love and support. Also, a big thank you to contributors show LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. And folks, don't forget to check out these cool ass casts right on the Twitter. Some Mulligan, Kenny Killer, DSB_IV, Diabolica RA, and Sergeant Curry Pants. And folks, like I always tell you, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.